course, righting the wrongs of Anzac Day. 2022, we're underway, and it's Munster to get the game underway for the Storm. Warriors will have the first possession, and it's 4-0 Blake. He goes up towards the 20.
All the way to it, hold, wait!
The execution, ball handling was very good from the Warriors at the start of that game against Canberra last week. And unfortunately, they didn't go on with it in the second half. The error is crept in. Can they complete an 80-minute performance against what is traditionally a very tough side to beat? That's Harris.
Hold in the middle, wait, Harry. Go, 3.
Egan waits that dummy, half Jazz Tavanga. Back goes one of the Storm players. It was Harry Grant. Good first touch for Tavanga. Always good to get over the halfway line on your first set of 6. And that's what the Warriors have done now as Funua Blake carries for the second time in the set. Quiet game from him last week. Harris Tavita back in the 6 jersey today. Back it goes to Nick Meaney at fullback here for Melbourne. And a good chase too from the Warriors, with the Storm starting on the 10-metre line.
Disappointing end to the set there, Glenn. Great metres, 15 metres on the run in terms of the carries, but the kick at the end was another kick not really high enough. Not really asking any questions of the defensive team.
That's Civic playing that ball. Here's Asifa Solomona. Oh, what a great run from Big Nelson. There was a lot to like about that run. Now Kamakamitha, who's playing it loose forward in this game, the Fijian international.
Here we are, Josh. On the right hold. Go for it.
Boy, he looks fired up, doesn't he? Munster, a dummy. We're going to catch some slot in defence, just sensing maybe the Warriors weren't marking up properly near the ruck. Jerome Hughes.
Jesse, 10 metres.
He's targeting the left wing for the Warriors. That's Ed Corsi. Corsi is thumped by Asifa Solomona. Penalty comes the Warriors' way. I don't know if this tackle might look as bad as it may have first appeared.
Not sure what Reece Walsh was going in there. It's got nothing to do with that big man, Asifa Solomona.
I don't need that coming back, okay? It's just unfortunate, but it's dangerous tackle. Reece.
Yeah, I mean, no intent generally there, because he obviously being lifted overhead there. Nelson Sapsola, big tall man, you know, he's got to get down pretty low there. He's only sort of coming up half his height in that tackle, but penalties given. Be good to see the Warriors get down in their half in the second set.
Here we are, just control that there, Nelson. Go.
Storm a little unlucky there. But Harris, the former Storm player, of course.
Nelson now, square Harry. Hold. Go on.
We're loving playing against the former team. As Funua Blake has been very active early in this first 3 minutes.
On the mark, Gadden.
Third carry already for him. Here's Egan. It's past Munster, squeezing between 2 defenders. Kalfusi was there.
Nelson.
And Asifa Solomona.
Square Felice. Hold it.
He's hurt Wade Egan there.
Okay, hang on. Time off. Tackle 3. Just let us know, Jay.
I was clutching at the jaw. Potentially a back slam or head slam being involved.
Yeah, that's what I had,
at the back of his head.
Yeah, tackle 3.
Let's have a look here and see if we can pick up what happened. The elbow connected with Wade Egan.
The crowd saw that, didn't they, on the big screen?
Nelson Solomon, I don't know what he ate for breakfast, but he didn't like it, did he?
Yes, he's a cranky man, but I love that. I love the fact that he's a big human being and he loves having his presence felt, honey.
Wait till it comes back, Jesse. They're going to go through the process, mate. Yeah, Ken now. Yep. Now just report. Okay. He's still getting looked at here, looking at his jaw. Right. This stage is going to be a penalty against Nelson. When he comes down, he makes contact with the head with the forearm.
Is that 10, sir?
So there we are. That's what's going to be the ruling.
Just a report, mate.
I'll tell you what, the way he was clutching at his jaw, and he is now in the way it's hanging as well. No sign of blood, which is a good sign, but the way he was looking too with his eyes droop, honey, that can't be a good sign. Potentially broken jaw.
That's It's just the way it's been.
Oh, that would be a disaster for Wade Egan if that's the case. He's been playing well lately.
Yeah, the crowd's definitely not happy about that. It creates opportunity for the likes of Freddie Lussick to get on the field early. They replace him, but you know he's lucky really not to get a card for that.
In fact, he can't close his mouth. It's worrying signs.
What are we going to do here, Sean? Tackle or kick?
Yeah, very much so. It basically will end the season, Monty, too, won't it? Play on is...
Out together!
What's happening now? Freddie Lussick out there wearing 14, game number 6 for him in his NRL career. For Blake.
Harry Kenny!
The chance here for the Warriors to post the first points of the game. They've got a full set inside Melbourne's 20. Johnson. Harris to Vita, there's Walsh. Ejecting emergency, Corsi. Oh, they drifted beautifully, the Melbourne Storm. But Corsi did really well to stay in the field of play there.
Thanks, mate.
Montoya. And now Harris Tavita and Tavanga will set it up on tackle 4.
Tui now! Back to me here in Hull. Wait!
Lussick waits at dummy half. Harris. Attracting 3 defenders on that occasion. Tohu Harris. Last play now for the Warriors. Johnson's in position. Crossfield kick. Lussick. Well, beautifully gathered by Meany. Don't know if that was the play that the Warriors were expecting, though.
Oh, it's a great play from Meany there, picking it up. It probably wasn't the best play. He had no chases on that ball. They really needed a repeat set there because they had the momentum with them.
And nicely done by Nick Meany. Of course, he's in his first year playing at the Storm, but this Warriors defence is keen.
Positive signs coming up the line. Numbers in the tackle. Squeezing. Slow play of the balls.
Kamakamitha looking for it. Go for ball here. Oh, plenty of drama to start this game as Grant rolls away from dummy half and Nelson Asika Solomona again. They're booing a Kiwi here at Mount Smart Stadium. There goes Hughes with the kick. And there's going to be a penalty against the Warriors here. That's a big gain there for Melbourne.
Well, you heard it. Late tackle was the call from referee. Josh Curran doing his absolute best to put kick pressure on. What we didn't see off camera was Jazz Tavanga late to get up off his feet as well.
Great opportunity for the Storm. Let's see.
We're going to do kick. Mark's just there, Jerome.
Not much in that, was there? 2 penalties in the first 6 minutes here. One to either side, which really, you've got to question. But anyway, let's see if the Storm can cook something up here. This is a beautiful spread of the ball, and Meany is stopped by Harris Tavita. That was a good tackle. Tidied up by Ewan Aiken. Grant and Munster. And now here's Jesse Bromwich again. Wonderful career, Jesse Bromwich, in his 13th season in the NRL. Inside the 10 go the Storm. Kamakamitha. So early pressure here on the Warriors goal line. Hughes. That's Munster. Short ball this time, and it's Olam who's going straight through to score. Justin Olam. And there is the first score. It's Melbourne 4, Warriors 0.
Well, we know when you let Melbourne down into the green zone, they will make you pay for it. Justin Olam, such a dynamic player, real powerhouse centre. He's had to step up in this team with all the players that they've had in terms of injuries. He's now become one of the leaders. Poor defence, really, from the Warriors for him to slice through that space out on that left fringe. It was too easy for him. He goes straight through Sean Johnson and Adam Pompey.
Well, Mussat plays inside shoulders, which means he asks questions of the defensive line, really isolates defenders. The referee calling Sean Johnson off. He comes back, he rejoins the line. They just split them in 2. Justin Olam, brute of a man.
Wonderful player. How has he developed over the last 2 to 3 years? It's his 8th try of the season, Justin Olam, and his 38th try of his career. He's in game number 82, Papua New Guinean international, of course. Yeah, and I bet you every other country that plays rugby would love to have Justin Olam in their team. Fantastic player. Great pass from Cameron Munster. It was flat. Might have been questionable, but in the end it was a very good pass from Cameron Munster, who's in good form at the moment. And this is the thing, honey, with the injuries and suspensions I touched on with Melbourne Storm, they still have plenty of quality there, and they still have their 2 number 1 halves running the show. This is Nick Meany. with his conversion attempt, and he is going at 69% with the boot this season. So he converts the try 6-0. Adam Blair's sideline tonight for us here. Great early strike by the Storm, Adam.
Kia ora koutou, kia ora te iwi, ka nau te mui atu kia koutou. Yeah, what a start for the Storm. The intensity, the atmosphere is going off down here on the ground. But Justin Olam, if you don't get your body in front of him, he's going to be doing that all day. So they're going to have their work cut out down here, the Warriors. But if they can just stay in the grind, the Melbourne Storm are going to try and turn them around. But they're going to stay in the grind, the Warriors, and stay in that dogfight.
Sure do. It's a great start for the Storm, and that's what they do. And that's maybe the difference between the Storm and many other sides. They get in position and they're able to execute.
Get very close there, Josh.
Hughes gives it to Kamakamitha. Get an update on Wader Egan as soon as we can for you folks, as Harry Grant feeds to Kaufusi. Kaufusi, who's probably going to play for Tonga at the upcoming World Cup. Nelson Afisa Solomona, cleaned up by Josh Curran. Fast play the ball. Melbourne got a good roll on the set as they approach the halfway line now. Excellent crowd here at Mount Smart too. We've got another 20,000 in here tonight, which is great to see. Late offload there from Asifa Solomona and Harry Grant. Really developed into one of the premier dummy halves in the competition. Wonderful player. That's Meany giving it out to Hughes. Pressure here on Walsh. He's got good hands, does Reece Walsh. And let's hope he lights it up tonight.
Absolutely. Asifa Solomona is like a man possessed. Not too sure what's irked him. He's been throwing himself around. Relentless out there.
And Corsi now is getting a penalty out of the Storm. A bit of pressure on the neck.
There's been a lot of physical indiscretions.
That's 3 times. Come on.
Yeah. And we got a break to talk on, sir.
Back here, guys. Onside.
So we've lost the play.
This here, mate. Yeah, just wait for it. Onside, march this there in the 20.
A lot of penalties early in the game. That's the fourth one we've had.
There's sort of extra effort in there. Two men had him coming down. Edward Corsi, Jesse Bromwich coming around. Straight arm. Not illegal, though.
Curran playing back on the edge in this game.
Up together, square mark.
Asa continues at dummy half. Tavanga. Towards the halfway. Good tackle that time by Asifa Solomona. Lussick rolls it back to Tohu Harris. It's a sixth carry already. We've only been going 10 minutes. Very keen, isn't he, to do his best. Nice hands from Johnson. Here's Walsh in space. Walsh. Great run from Reece Walsh. Looks for that fast play to ball. Just gets it. Johnson with front foot running ball. Tavanga later offload to Johnson. Great tackle from Hughes. Lussick. Now those guys are offside surely as Aiken. It's going to be tidied up and it's a handover.
Handover we are. You got the mark, Freddie.
Well, a bit more joy from the Warriors. Still going with the same sort of shape as before, but they're running on inside shoulders, which means it's holding up the defenders. Nice bit of line speed as well. Transitioning well straight from attack into defence. Good mental signs.
Olam with the ball. Set that little play to Reece Walsh, just in space.
Oh, and we're seeing exactly what Reece Walsh can do with ball in hand. He just lights up the game, creates something out of nothing when he hit the ball in hand. The ball in his hand a lot more.
That's for Solomona. Boy, he's made a very big start. That's a great carry from Jesse Bromwich as well. Grant. And Hughes again with that kick out to Ed Corsi's wing. They continue to put pressure on Ed Corsi. He hasn't put a foot wrong so far, Monty.
It's a good carry after last time being turned up. That's going to help the cause too for the Warriors.
Montoya gets the penalty there. Been very good on the wing all season. The first game in the centres. Interesting move from Stacey Jones, that one. He's not a rookie in the centres by any means. He played well over 20 games in his NRL career there. And this is game number 87 for him tonight, Marcelo Montoya.
Hold here and wait.
So here's a full set of 6 for the Warriors inside Melbourne's half. Can they crack the Melbourne defence this time? Harris. Slow play the ball. Harris can't get to his feet quickly that time. Gives Melbourne that little few extra seconds to get their defensive line set, and now an error from Freddie Lussick.
I think it's Kamikamitha. Came off the bench to start in place of King. Right underneath the ball. Perfect spot to tackle. Able to stop the initial contact. Got a big smile on his face, Kamikamitha.
Back here, guys.
Really is a contest early on.
Jesse.
Yeah, well, he doesn't get many starts, Kamikamitha, does he? This is 6th of the season.
Let's go, 13 seconds. Heads in, start the form up. You and just get your arm over Josh for us, please, thank you. Head in. Here we go, Jazz, hold them together. Clock off. Okay, ball in.
Warriors can't take advantage
Hold!
of that set inside Melbourne's half.
Mark here, broke early.
And more penalties, honey.
Jerome.
Jesus.
Yeah, errors and penalties really starting to creep up there on both sides of the ball for both teams. What I'm liking defensively with the Storm is they're stacking numbers. They're slowing the Warriors play the ball down, which is, then they're struggling to really get a decent roll on. On the flip side of that, Warriors only committing 2 to their tackle area, and the Storm are getting a quick play the ball, getting a good roll on.
Yeah, he's going to win up the first up collision. I think that's been a problem. The Warriors aren't winning, as you see with the Storm. It's been winning it on both ends, with and without the ball, Glenn.
Up and square, lock in.
Bromwich plays the ball now. Kamikamitha again. Kamikamitha asked for Solomona, and Jesse Bromwich made a wonderful start for the Storm. Now Munster, here's Hughes on his shoulder, sneaking between tackles, again almost getting through. Wade Egan has passed his HIA, and could be seeing him again shortly. Here is Munster. Now Kamikamitha again. Warriors under pressure here in this set. Melbourne looking ominous again. Munster. And, oh my goodness, how did he get that? He's a magician, Reece Welsh.
Athleticism. He was coming towards his right at 100 miles an hour. He stuck his left hand out. Beautiful catch in the slips as well. Wouldn't look out of place in a cricket size in all whites. Wonderful work from this young man.
He got super glue on his hands for this game, hasn't he? Of course he.
Just the collisions that Melbourne seem to be winning. It's making a huge difference on this game as we see that replay. Wonderful effort.
Looks so easy on the replay, didn't it? Here comes Harris. It was far from easy.
Last tackle, Cameron Kenny. Hold Nelson, go.
Last play here for the Warriors is Lussick. Walsh will kick this time. Looking to put pressure here on Anderson. Rare touch for Grant Anderson here, the 22-year-old winger. Just in his 6th NRL game for the Storm. Getting opportunities with guys like George Jennings, Xavier Coates out of the team at the moment. Sevitt playing the ball here. There's a nice strong carry from Yeremia, the left winger for the Storm. Bromwich. Great. And him and Asif Solomon have been brilliant. Nick Meaney with his hands on the ball now, the fullback. Fast play the ball. Hughes gives plenty of time for him to size up his kicking options, and again he's going to plug it towards that left-hand corner. Walsh. Good chase in the set, starting 15 metres out from the Warriors line.
Well, Warriors have found themselves in an arm wrestle now. What do they reply with? What's the return of service? That's not a good start in your opening tackles of the set. You've got to be on your front. You've got to be quick, play the ball so the next guy coming is going to have a little bit more joy or space.
Swatane Zalesniak, his first touch of the game, and now Tavanga. Still the third play for the Warriors in this set. Ponty at dummy half as Johnson wants to run it, doesn't he? Harris to Vida. That's Aiken. Walsh. Harris to Vida, and now it is Johnson. Meany is smashed.
Oh, it's a great take by Meany. Defender's there to meet him. Line speed once again is good. Good stuff from the Warriors. Need to back this up with more line speed and extra collision.
Good news for Warriors fans. Wade Egan is standing on the sideline, ready to come back on. Here come Melbourne once again. Oh, it's beautiful hands, Kaufusi. And here comes Seve. He's guessing them. Oh, Anderson has dropped the ball and the line was open. Big escape there for the Warriors.
Well, you talk about confidence, you talk about winning's a habit, but so is losing. Both of these teams are coming off consecutive losses. They're not at their best, and we've seen that. That's not Storm-like at all. You see Seve making a beautiful break down the right-hand side. Kaufusi putting him away. Beautiful wheels for the young man. Gets around Aiken. Take your pick. Plenty of numbers there, honey.
Oh,
no
that's
good.
a try any other day for the Storm. They will be hugely disappointed in that effort. The young player out there, he'll be kicking himself for that. They really caught the Warriors short out on that edge. Warriors really need to tie up that edge, ensure that they're making those numbers. Ewan Aiken getting caught out of line, getting pulled back from the referee, created that overlap.
There's a penalty. I think he's ruled the Storm weren't ready to engage the scrum. Meantime, Harris Davida's struggling in back play. It's all happening. Well, Egan is back on now.
Yeah, just on the mark, not over it for us.
That's a very good sign for the Warriors.
It's an important cog in the wheel of this Warriors side. Very good the ball in here, brings the boys onto the ball well. Tidies up that middle. Very much a talker as well amongst the team.
Tough rooster. There's Wade Egan. Johnson. Kavanga.
Hurry now! Back to me,
It's the one try in the game so far. Justin Olam scoring the try for Melbourne. And here's Tavanga now struggling. He's saying he had pressure on his neck in that tackle as well.
Looks like maybe his eye, maybe.
Oh, yeah, actually, yeah. Look, that right eye is closing already.
If there's something there, I'm doing our best to see everything we can, mate.
I didn't see it, but is that
they're going to look at it.
Well. Josh King was the player concerned. Now, we've just seen a player banned for 5 weeks.
Hey.
Just recently for that.
They're having a look at it.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have a look at that. You can see from that initial replay that the finger of Josh King definitely slides into Jazz's eye. You can see the initial contact there, then it's there. And you can see whether there's intent there, I'm not too sure. Oh, that's probably a better shot.
Close up, mate.
Yeah.
Doesn't look good for Josh King.
Does not look good for Josh King, does it?
I think he was unlucky with the hand placement. Didn't look like he was digging in after their contact.
Jesse.
In all fairness, you don't see his digits trying to impact any more pressure.
Can't see gouging action. The hand is there on the face. It's going to be on report, okay? Now, Jesse, that's your 4th instance of foul play. You know what happens next if it... Jesse, you know what happens next if it continues, mate, okay?
have a quick chat to the team.
Yep, that area needs to fix up real quick.
I think in all fairness to all parties here, I think Peter Goff did a good job there, the referee.
Fantastic job, exactly how I saw it. I know Honey's disagreeing with me right now, but that's what happens. That's why you got people in commentary. But it is women in league round. I should maybe just listen.
As a tackler, you know when you've got your hands in and around the face and you can literally move that little part of the finger to gouge out an eye. I think that was intentional.
I'm not going to mess with you, Honey. I've seen your right hand.
On the ball.
And Whanua Black will reach the 20-minute mark halfway through this first half. Egan, Harris, here's Tavanga. Oh, he's stuck in, isn't he?
Great carry.
Just fired him up, that incident. Front foot running ball here for Johnson. Johnson. Good tackle. On short Johnson by Kenny Bromwich.
6 more.
The restarted tackle count. Big chance here for the Warriors to draw level.
I'm going the outside, Josh.
Fanua Blake.
Go one.
Slow play the ball. Still plenty of tackles up their sleeve. Great pass. Here's Kossi for the corner. And Kossi.
Kossi is in. His boys are there all around now.
Just confirming he's not out there, G.
Reece Walsh gets up nice and high. The crowd is going crazy. Flags are waving. People are happy. It's been too long. We haven't seen him at Mount Smart yet. Reece Walsh. It's all about Kossi. Got nice and low, honey. Very strong character. Some nice interchange of passes. But this is beautiful finishing.
Exactly. We know what Chanel can do. He's such a multi-talented player, can play across the field. But it's the vision to see that space and throw the big long lob past. Kossi was in for money. I know the ref is checking to ensure he was in, but we all know here at the Warriors, the fans know that's a try all day.
Yeah, looked pretty good from Ed Kossi. Great finish from him. That's his 3rd try in the 6th game for the Warriors this season.
Woman to link round. Mum on his wrist. He's a good young man. Mummy's boy. She'll be held. Very happy.
Nicely done. That pass from Wade Egan from dummy half as well. It was nice and flat and hard. And hit Harris Tavita just where it needed to, Monty.
Even the early plays prior to them coming down to the left-hand side, it was shape being run really well. Mentioned inside shoulders quite a few times tonight, but it makes all the difference. Makes a difference, so it makes sure that defenders are held up and they've got to decide to jump in. If they don't, you run over his lines, they're very easy for defenders to slide off, and then great numbers to make things a lot easier for the defensive line. Nice work from the Warriors, in particular Ed Kossi.
Johnson lining this one up. He's missed just the one this season. That was right at the start of the season. He's reclaimed the goal-kicking duties off Reece Walsh. Since doing that, he's not missed. To square the game up. And there is Johnson, and he's waved it away. Of course, worth mentioning too, he had a horror show in that previous match against the Melbourne Storm on Anzac Day, and he will really enjoy this Monty Beetham. As he got dropped after that game, we didn't see him for a while, and he'll really enjoy scoring that one.
That's how you respond as a young man against a very good side when your side needs it most. It's a good confidence from that big lad. That'll be the last we hear from him tonight.
Well, good comeback from the Warriors, Adam Blair.
Yeah, it's been a solid 23 minutes for both teams. The Warriors have stayed in the fight, and that's what we asked earlier in the talk, that they stay in the fight. But great opportunities down there. They're running great plays on that left side. What they're going to get is the boys, the Melbourne Storm are going to come at the line, but what the Melbourne Storm do really well is scramble really well. So like Edward, of course, if they get down low, score that try, run over top of someone.
Keep taking that water, Adam. That throat will come right shortly, buddy.
Send the lozenge down, mate.
6-4 is the score. Good response by the Warriors, and again, they haven't so far waved a white flag by any stretch at all. Can they keep it going, though? As Egan. Here comes Curran. He's got a good roll on the set. 2 tackles left in it. Kavanga. Squeeze between Kamakamitha and Kenny Bromwich. Johnson. To put some kick pressure here on Yeremia. It's gone forward off Watanesa Lesniak, and it's play on. Nick Meaney has the ball now for Melbourne.
Place down, wait! Go 0.
Munster at dummy half. Here comes Yeremia. Good solid contact from Fanua Blake. Willem at dummy half. Spinning a bit wide of the ruck as Anderson. Maybe topped the ball with the line open. Warriors responded with that try. Here's Seve. Interesting player, Marion Seve. It's game number 31 for him. Able to really lock down a permanent spot in this Melbourne team, and he's got plenty of talent. Right at Tumby half. Here's Munster. Just outside the 40. And there's Watanisa Lesniak gets a nice bounce.
He finds grass nicely, Munster. Lesniak, what he can do carrying the ball back, really does give your side a lift.
Walsh. Here's Marcelo Montoya. Watanisa Lesniak just shaking off that contact. This is Aiken for the Warriors. Four up there now with his first carry, and it's a good one.
Just what the Warriors needed. Coming off the bench, coming off the back fence. Bunts our fault with the frizzy here.
This is Fanua Blake. You've been looking forward to this clash, Monty, haven't you? There's Johnson. Plenty of space here. Put an attacking kick in now. Curran, that's gone forward. I think of him. It's a bit of a pinball machine there. In fact, the penalty has been conceded by the Warriors.
Yeah, I think he played the man in the air without the ball. See him getting up nice and high. You want to contest the catches. He played the man
Mark's just here, Jerome.
a little bit early. Didn't quite have the ball in hand, honey.
Stay on side here, guys.
You can see what Sean Johnson's trying to do there. He's getting up the contestable kicks, and he's got the chasers there. They haven't quite executed, though, that, you know, being able to actually retain that position, getting up in the air, but they keep chipping away at it, it'll come off.
His kicking games have really been good. Of late, Sean Johnson. Well, I'm looking even there from there. He's such a handful, isn't he? Just a nightmare to tackle. Here's Kamakamitha, putting a good stint in here for his team. It's carry number 9 for him is Grant. Sneaks away from dummy half. That's Munster. Now Hughes, Kalfusi, Meany's in the line. Good tackle from Harris Tavita. Fast play the ball though as Grant looks to capitalise out of dummy half. He's on the 20 there. This is looking good for Melbourne here. Warriors have got to be careful. The late offload. And this is Yeremia. Does really well to stay inside the field of play there. Melbourne looking very dangerous in this set. That's all them. Munster. Grant looking to bring Hughes into the game. Kalfusi! There's the pass, and it's a try to Harry Grant. A very good finish there from Melbourne. And it is 10 points to 4.
Well, that's what happens when the experienced players of the Storm come in and they join together, and right from the get-go, you saw Munster. He caught the ball and the Warriors stood off him. You cannot stand off him. You see it here. Hold. They stood off him. You need to shut him down there. He relinks with the rest of his spine. Harry Grant, Jerome Holmes, Kafusi, you're never going to stop him out the back there. Too powerful. Grant on the support line. He will be there every time. Good try from the Storm.
Well, it's fitting that Harry Grant scores that try because he started it from his dummy half run. I tell you what, when he gets out of dummy half, you've got A, B, C defenders jumping on him. That created the space out wide. As you mentioned, Grant is one bad demon, but when you've got Munster out there with all the room to move, he's got too much space.
Wonderful player, Harry Grant. Fantastic game he had in State of Origin 3 Queensland as well earlier on in the season. Interesting is they shifted it left here. Harris Tavita was hobbling, and I think that might have just disrupted the defensive line for the Warriors too.
You mentioned Harris Tavita. We saw when he was down some moments ago, he was really clutching at his knee, so we see him potentially leaving the field as well. He had heavily strapped left knee. He was down on that far touch side.
And Nick Meany with this conversion attempt for the Storm. Nice handy possession, but he's hooked it. So the try's unconverted. 10 points to 4, 13 to play until half-time. It looks like Harris Tavita his day might be done.
Oh, you see him just limping there. Be a lot for him to come off the field. a wonderful contributor for this Warriors side. You see him leave the field, Adam Fanua-Blake alongside him, two of the most potent players on this Warriors side, two of the key contributors.
Just wonder if Harris Tavita might have come into this game with a niggle. His left leg is heavily strapped. So they lost the half. It'd be interesting to see what the reshuffle here is for the Warriors too, honey.
Well, obviously they've got Reece Walsh out there that they'll put in the back, whether they use Tohu in his ball-playing ability, or shift Ewan out to the centres and do a switch around there. You've got Freddie Lussick's come on, so they've got a few options there, but obviously not ideal having Chanel off.
Well, the Storm have coughed that one up. Pretty niggly effort there from the Storm, so the Warriors can strike back here. An error inside the 20. Can only imagine what Craig Bellamy is thinking right now. Can they defend the error, though? That's the question. This is Pompey. Lussick is out there now. Again, for his second stint of the game already, is Johnson. That's Harris. Looking good here. Walsh! And of course he's dropped it. Oh, gee whiz. It's still there. Oh, Walsh. I can't believe that stayed in the field of play. But I think the Warriors have blown a good chance to score a try there.
Which time are you talking about? I think there's multiple attempts to get in over the white line, blown on multiple occasions.
Well, once we saw Walsh break through, I thought it was in for it's like a 3-on-1 there.
When you've got numbers, you just got to drop it short.
Once Walsh got through Anderson there,
just got to pass off short. Ewan Aiken's your man. He'll pass on if that's the case.
Just looking to determine if there's a knock-on firstly from Ewan Aiken.
It's the voice of Adam G, who's the senior review official. What do you reckon? Has he touched that? It's hard to tell, isn't it?
We're playing on at this point. There's a kick from the Warriors player. Marcelo is onside. It's not played at from Melbourne. We're playing on at this point.
Oh, got that away. That's incredible. And that's where the knock-on is.
Well, you go back to Reece Walsh and the opportunity when he had two men unmarked outside of him. It's just a short ball you play. Don't overplay your hand. It's not the long ball. Just pass it off. Ewan Aiken's in every time.
Montoya remains in the field of play and passes the ball. We're playing on still. Just looking to determine, make sure Reece Walsh isn't tackled without the ball, and if there's a knock-on.
That could be the saving grace if he's tackled without the ball from a Warriors perspective. You've got to say he was.
It's Eisenhuth there. Number 21 for the Storm. It's just come
Reece
on.
Walsh knocks the ball on in the field of play. We have a decision.
Yeah, I think the ball makes contact with the hand at the same time that the tackler makes contact with Reece Walsh. So it's the right call from the video ref. It's a knock-on from Reece Walsh. But you're right, Monty, that initial play needed the short ball. It was a try. Line was wide open. He'll be kicking himself for that one.
Absolutely, I think. Stacey Jones made mention to just a couple of weeks ago with Shrum on the bench, probably overplaying his hand, really wanting to go for the big plays. We know he is a talent, somewhat of a whiz kid with the ball in hand, but on that occasion, just had to pass that ball off. Simple play, short ball to Ewan Aiken, he's in every day of the week.
Oh, Melbourne survive. 2 tries to 1 is what's happened in this first half as Civic takes the first carry for Melbourne. Kalfusi had some good touches in this game.
have him square. Hold Josh. Wait there, Leash. Go.
Grant. Eisenhuth. Just game number 2 for him this season. Tom Eisenhuth.
Hold. That's
Any opportunity for the Storm. Inside ball, lovely little ball from Hughes. He's got lovely hands. And a penalty against the Warriors.
Well, offside's the call. Nice little bit of inside play with Meany. Loves playing the Warriors. 3 games against the Warriors, 3 tries being scored.
Here we are, guys.
Good defensive set from the boys before that happened.
The good thing about Jerome Hughes is we get to enjoy him in the black jumper. Wonderful player. Here he is, handling here for the Storm, Eisenhuth. Strong tackle coming in from Katoa, who's out there now for the Warriors. Hughes, Munster, good shape pound on the left again. This time Munster's pass was to Mr. Invisible.
Some real uncharacteristic errors coming in from both sides. A try each side going begging, and now errors like this. It's just uncharacteristic for the likes of the Melbourne Storm. You're seeing penalties starting to creep in. You can almost imagine the messages at halftime from Stacey Jones and from Bellamy saying, look, discipline has to be tidied up. We've got 10 penalties across this half already.
That's a lot of penalties, isn't it? Replay that pass from Munster. That was meant for Olam, wasn't it? A short ball, just didn't find the mark at all.
That's good carry.
Very good carry from Katoa. It's Lussick, 4. Quite link up with Ewan Aiken on that occasion.
Marcus square. Wait, Harry. Go.
Lussick. Harris. Numbers out on the right here, but they come back towards the centre through Josh Curran.
Wait. Go for.
Harris. Oh, yes, nice shape here from Egan. Remember, no Harris to beat us, so Egan's basically playing standoff now. 5'8". Johnson. Just to get those runners on the left. Corsey's coming through here. It's a perfect kick. And Kamakamitha's got it. Great kick from Sean Johnson.
You mentioned it. Perfect kick. Well weighted. Right on the area. You need it. Right on the line, so to speak. Just have another look. Nice height on it, perfectly weighted. Meany, here's the footsteps, gets up high, drops it. Plenty of Warriors in the picture. Kamakamitha, who started this game, came off the bench, been doing some wonderful things for the Storm side there. Wrap it up, tied it up for his side.
So first line drop out of the contest. Short too, and that's not going 10 metres. That's a terrible kick from Munster. The Warriors get a penalty in front of the post, 10 metres out. But one thing the Melbourne Storm have done well in this game so far is defend their errors, and they have to do it again here, honey.
Oh, they look frazzled. You know, you never see 2 mistakes, 2 in a row from the class of a player like Munster. What I'm loving is Johnson's kicks, contestable, and you see in those shots, there's 4 or 5 players going up for that ball, really, with the effort to get that repeat set.
They're running it on the first here. Corsey! Ambitious play from the Warriors. They could have just hit it up the middle, but they spread it. Melbourne players coming up very flat there as Katoa gets his hands on the ball again. Good moment of the game here, you feel, with 7 minutes to play until half-time. The Warriors have got to strike back here. Johnson, shot ball to Curran. Well handled by Cameron Munster. And also Grants. Lussick. Johnson, Harris. Here's Egan again. Corsey's got it. It's a double for Ed Corsey.
Edwin Corsey, 2 tries. You mentioned last time against the Melbourne Storm, the Anzac Day game. It was horrific for the young man. Boy, has he answered back. He's been fantastic out on that left wing. I tell you what, it's that man, Sean Johnson, with some wonderful deft passes, really going to the line, bring in defenders. Tohu Harris at the back this time. Wonderful ball from Egan, honey.
Oh, 100%, and you have to feel for the likes of Anderson and Sever out on that right fringe for the Storm. They've had so much thrown at them. They've really struggled, but Cossey is making them pay for it. He finds the line for the 2nd time in this half. Warriors go up.
How good has Egan been since shifting out? to the 5/8 position with the injury to Harris to beat us. Some beautiful touches from Egan. And there's Ed Corsi. First time he scored 2 tries in an NRL game. Well done to him.
Very well done. Egan can do what he does because these players in and around the first pass receiver is what's bringing in all defenders. They have to come in tight. Once the ball leaves, then they have to go out wide and defend what's available. Meany or Anderson trying to come across. Wonderful work from Corsi. He's a big lump of a lad too. Yes, we will be quiet as long as you're scoring tries like that, Ed.
10-8 to score, the kick to come. Johnson. Great touches from Sean Johnson. Yeah, as I touched on a moment ago, honey, very important too that the Warriors took that opportunity with closing on half-time.
Oh, you see them, they're really starting to play with some confidence, and you see when Corsi receives that ball, he's got 10 metres of width to use as well as 10 metres to get over that line. It's a perfect position for a winger, and with his speed and his pace, you know he was going to get over that line every time.
So Johnson with this kick. And I don't think he's made the adjustment. From Johnson. So score remains 10-8, 2 unconverted tries. And good intensity in the coach's box too. Adam Blair.
Yeah, there looks like there's a lot of conversation going on in there, guys. But for me, it's Tohu Harris, guys. He's going to the line. He's been in everything. He's ball playing. He's locked in on Jerome Hughes, so he's got some big runners outside him. But with Tohu Harris's vision and skills, he's managing to create overlaps and spaces on the outside as well.
You're right, Harris. 80 metres. He's run 4 from 9 carries. He's made 13 tackles in the first half. But we're used to numbers like that from Tohu Harris. He's just a machine.
Yes, definitely touches. It's the foils in and around them too, which has held up defenders. And the big carries like Bunty does.
Eisenhuth out there. Asif Solomona. Stop Bunty, R4 in his tracks. Here's Aiken, next man up. Good first half of Rugby League. Hope you're enjoying it here on Sky Sport this evening. There's Kato, will carry again.
Out together, got to get in now, Nelson. Hold, mate.
Actually, they're using him, might be using him as a middle forward in this game, which is interesting. Harris again with that carry.
Release, go Nelson.
On the teammate Nelson, Asif Solomona. Tackling his R4, carries again, runs at Eisenhuth. Good run from Bunty, ran at the shoulder that time. Opportunity for post-contact metres is Lussick. Walsh with the kick. Passing through Montoya, Meany has it. And good back-up chase there from Wade Egan and finished off by Ewan Aiken. Good set there by the Warriors, Monty.
Oh, very good set. What they do now is vitally important. See Katoa come in there. Had some carries through the middle, but he's actually playing on the right edge. They need that line speed.
And look at the line speed here. It's very, very good for the Warriors. And the Melbourne Storm have gone nowhere in 3 tackles. This is King.
Up now, Freddie! Oh, go for it.
Grant, Munster. Good carry from Cameron Munster.
Just so dangerous with their ball. When he starts to run, step on a dime.
Such a good player, isn't he? As we see Hughes finish that kick. Ooh, it bounces gnarly. Curran is going to tidy it up. And the set's going to start about 5 metres inside the Warriors half.
Hold, Tom. Wait, hurry. Hold, go, Felice.
Walsh.
Not square.
Corsi. 2 tries for him, but they're up on him very quickly that time.
All the way, come on. Keep looking for me. Go, better.
Lussick.
Is that him?
It's Kator.
Up together. Here and hold now. Wait. Wait. Go for it.
Johnson on the short side attacks here. Good hands from Pompey.
Ball's got to be out in front, especially coming down the short side. Catching or bobbling, it doesn't help you with the attack.
This is Egan, looking to weave some magic again. Walsh. Marcelo Montoya sneaking between tackles.
Last tackle for loose. Last. Go. Drone, he's all right.
That's Egan. Now Johnson again, really starting to cook with gas here. Sean Johnson, great kick. Another really good set by the Warriors.
I don't know about you, Honey, but Sean's been very good tonight. He hasn't come up with the big plays in terms of trying to take them on with the ball in hand, but nice little inside shoulders, nice bit of ball carrying, deft little touches when it comes to kick. Like that one in particular, that's a great end to a set of 6.
Yeah, his leadership and experience really coming through here, really looking to grind the Storm down as we close out this first half. I love it, he's looking for those repeat sets, and the versatility in terms of his kicking game's been on.
So another line drop out here for the Storm. Here's Bunty for R4, the chains are off. But they handle him well this time.
Up top! Here and hold now, wait Harry, wait.
Just over a minute to play in this first half. Oh, Katoa spilled the ball. And that is that.
Where do you want the scrub? Here it is. Clock's on. On this side. Ball out here. Heads in. Clock's off. You can stand up. Stay in that
just
position. Scrum
was a momentum killer.
I wonder if you think he's running a decoy. He's running an overline. It's not the best way to take a pass.
Time's off. Clock's off.
Still, opportunity nice. You feel the momentum is with the Warriors.
You feel the tension amongst the players too. You can see Sean Johnson having words with Ellie there. They need to sum up this half, ensure that they keep Melbourne out before they head into the sheds.
Stay in, buddy. Ball in. Hold!
Now Melbourne are going to attack on this right flank again. They had Joy down there earlier in the first half. And Toys could shut that one down on Nick Meaney that time. Munster. Here's Kalfusi.
Up now, Freddie. Elise, hold. Bunny all the way, Bunny. Have a look.
Okay, the ball for Melbourne this time as Hughes has it. See Melbourne want to flick the switch here. Kenny Bromwich running out of real estate though. Yeremia to Munster. Grant. Melbourne very eager to hurt the Warriors in these last 10 seconds. Seve. Wrap up. There's the round the back pass. But they do seal it off, the Warriors. Entertaining half of football. 2 tries each. Olam and Grant for the Storm. And an Ed Corsi double has the Warriors close. It is half-time here at Mount Smart Stadium. It is the Storm 10, the Warriors 8. They're still not 100%. As the Warriors restart play through Reece Welch, second half here at Mount Smart Stadium. Thanks for joining us. It's delicately poised. Let's see who emerges with the victory in this game here. Just repeating the news that Chanel Harris-Tavita is out of the game, which has seen the Warriors reshuffle. You can see Freddie Lussick there, number 14. He's operating at dummy half, and Wade Egan is operating at 5'8" for the rest of this game. He's made a very good fist of it, throwing out 2 try-assist passes. Here's Hughes. Good tackle on the inside by that man, Wade Egan. It's a restarted tackle count. Here comes Kalfusi for the Storm. Good start by them in the second half.
Oh, good yards there. Kalfusi as well. Got to watch that late offload. We're going to get 6 again. So compounding here for the Warriors.
Oh, looks like the Storm have really energised themselves in the sheds. Kick clear of the Warriors is Grant. That's King. Good tackle from Reece Welch. She's thumped into the turf by Curran as well. Taste the grass there. Josh. Grant. Off a reasonably fast play the ball there too. Good tackle on Harry Grant though. By Lussick. Asifa Solomona. Hughes to Munster. Munster might see some space on the inside channel there. Second phase play to Eisenhuth. Eisenhuth almost skipping through. And Katoa with the try-saving tackle. Hughes has it, and Hughes runs it untouched. Fantastic start to the second half for the Storm.
Well, the Warriors were scrambling. Sheer class, weight of possession. They went 100 metres, the Melbourne Storm side. We said that Munster was quiet in the first half. Well, someone's lit a fire up his backside, because I tell you what, he's come out. He's really done his part with the ball, really beating multiple defenders. Offload, Eisenhuth just got away, plays the ball. See there, Ewan Aiken trying to get off the line to stop the pass, but just got in the hands of that man, Jerome Hughes.
Yeah, and he goes through untouched, and it's just the ability to keep the ball alive. Again, it's those quick play the balls close to the line that are really hurting the Warriors also. Again, and then you saw the Russ defence coming from Ewan Aiken, try to tip that ball on, lands in the wrong man's hands. But Jerome Hughes, he makes them pay.
He's killing it this season, Jerome Hughes. 11 tries now for the season.
Harry, Ivan.
And he's hungry for more, you can just tell. Look at the gap there.
7 tries now for Jerome Hughes against the Warriors, equal to his best efforts, which was 7 against the Broncos. I think it's the fact he likes playing at home and likes playing against his fellow countrymen, especially when the selectors are watching.
Meany with a simple conversion for a very handy position. So 16-8. Great start for the Storm in the second half. Warriors haven't even had the ball yet. Really good start by the Storm. And now Warriors being rocked back.
That's a flop and slow. That's different. That's a flop. He flops in. Stay on
The class teams know how to get it done, don't they? And that was a magical 3 minutes there from Melbourne. As the Warriors try again. And here comes Josh King.
Up Freddie! Square Tahu! On you and hold!
Grant using Nasifa Solomon. Follows in there.
Bunty release, wait, go to.
Kalfusi, hit hard. The last 6 gone backwards. Will we offer an HIA?
Definitely HIA. It's not a good one. See him wobbled a little bit. When you think about the bench and what the Warriors have got. Slim pickings. See him come up the line, great line speed on the short side, trying to put a stop on Kalfusi. His head not quite in the right place. Zam, right cheek, right on the jaw. One hurts.
It hurts, and if Lusick, obviously we need to go off to get checked, this is going to cause again disruption, honey, for the Warriors.
Yeah, we'll possibly see Jazz Tavanga maybe move into the hooker role. Obviously, we've already got Away Egan out playing in the halves, who effectively makes Sean Johnson's 10th. This is his 10th change in terms of the halves pairing. I mean, you look at the beginning of the season, they had Cody and Ash, and they've had Dejan, Ronald Volkman, Chanel, Asi there, Dejan Asi. So, you know, the inconsistency in terms of those pairing halves has been a real, I suppose, tough situation for the Warriors.
It's very disruptive, isn't it? Here's Katoa, goes over the halfway line with that tackle on Nick Meany. Here's Hughes with the kick. Walsh in position, trying to get away from Marian Sevic. Laying him down nicely. Here's Dalamwatani Zalesniak. First half for him, that's just his 4th carry of the game.
Well, the Storm knows, they've been watching the tape. They know that he's a great carry for the side starting off their sets. They've done a number of plenty of men getting up in the picture. Still winning those collisions so far.
All of the Warriors outside backs. And they've very little ball in this game. Harris. Oh, she's only had 6 touches. Compared that 11 with Meany. Here's our 4. So that run meters total has really turned around since half-time. It's Walsh. Puts it down to Meany. And Johnson with the initial contact for the Warriors. So we've only had 5 minutes of play in the second half. Remember that possession split at half-time. It's 55-45. It's now dead even, 50% each.
And completion rate's been the difference for Melbourne Storm. That's really crept up from the 60s, early 60s to the 70s. That's when the danger occurs. They've got a little bit of time with the ball in hand. They make you pay.
Kenny Bromwich. Eisenhuth Looking to utilise Hughes. Meany's in the line here. Here comes Anderson. Anderson. It's pretty well to stay in the field of play. Could have been dragged over there. There's Sevi. And now Grant again. And Asifa Solomona will settle it down. In the middle of the field. Maybe look for that offload. Last play now for the Storm. Again, a good set, isn't it? 60 metres. And there's the attacking kick. Oh, and it's found pasture as well. But it's gone too far, and the Warriors are back to the 20 for a 7-tackle set.
It was a big breakfast, obviously, at the hotel this morning. Continental would have been the way to go. The weight would have been a little bit less, would have stayed in play. Nice little angle attempt from Jerome Hughes.
You would have gone for the full cook breakfast, wouldn't you?
Would have had both.
Here comes Adam Pompey. So Jazz Tavanga into dummy half while Freddie Lussick has the HIA. Strong carry there from Ed Corsi.
Still too slow in the play of the ball, Glenn.
It is as Bunty R4 to generate some play the ball speed, and that's not going to happen on that play either. Tavanga. Johnson looks to spark the attack. Short ball to Pompey. It's a nice angled run from Adam Pompey. Harris. Egan. Here's Walsh. Nice offload from Reece Walsh. Wade Egan. Last play now for the Warriors. 20 metres out. Johnson's kick will need to be pinpoint again. He's kicking for Wataniza Lesniak. And has that been kicked in the field of play? It has. Johnson still has it. And it's gone off. Was it played at, though, by the Storm?
Yep, it was played at.
It's going to be a play the ball for you guys. What do you want it?
I don't think it was. Hang on.
Yeah, looks like it was definitely played at. And look at the double effort from Sean Johnson there. The initial kick was on point. Unfortunately, Dallin couldn't pull that in, but see, it's the backup play here is what I'm liking. Gets the kick in, definitely played out from Melbourne Storm. Possession back to the Warriors, a good field position now.
It's these little efforts like that to turn the momentum. The momentum has been favouring the Melbourne Storm. On the right end of the field, middle of the park, let's see what happens.
R4, not a great pass from Jazz Tavanga to him. Shot ball to Aiken. Nice flat pass from Tohu Harris. Similar to the one that Munster threw in the first half, as Tavanga has a crack from dummy half.
Sean, let him up, Jesse! Oh, go through.
Aiken a dummy half. Harris, here's Johnson. Kicks on the fourth tackle. And Meany is going to force it dead.
Well, I think it was just the third tackle. It's the right idea. He got the ball back, but probably a little bit early. You want to throw a few more questions at them, pose a bit more threat. I'll tell you what, he's been good today, Sean. You mentioned managing the game well. Kicking's been on point too, honey.
The kicking's been superb. It's the repeat set really that they need. You're right, probably just need to hold a little bit more patience. They're in the right area of the field, just grind the Storm down, find that space out wide or through the middle.
A short restart this time from Cameron Munster. Only Katoa, number 16 for the Warriors to take the first carry. Here's R4 with the next one. Kenny Bromwich having another solid game. And the number 12 jersey, what a solid player he's developed into being over the years as well. Walsh injecting something in for Ewan Aiken here. Walsh, once again, Egan. First receiver, Harris. Johnson standing wide of the ruck. Pompey with space. Good tackle coming in there from Justin Olam on Adam Pompey. Johnson again. Harris, short border, Egan. He's going to take the tackle this time with one tackle left.
Last release. Last tackle.
All eyes on Sean Johnson again, I suspect.
Last.
Here's Johnson. There's the kick between those two defenders again. And Yenomir, is he trying to get out there? He can't get there.
Sean Johnson take a bow. Great kick once again. Had some work to do. Two pass wide to ensure they bring the fullback up. Threaded it well through multiple defenders. Banana kick, so it came around to the right. I thought the chase was going to let him down, but the cavalry come late. Wonderful job. Good sustained pressure here from the Warriors.
Well, Munster, plenty to think about.
Keep working the butt here. It's a 3 in a row.
So third set here for the Warriors. It's a serious test here of the Melbourne Storm defence. And the Warriors cracked them. 4. On there is number 16, that's Alec McDonald, who's out there now for Melbourne. Egan, Katoa, close contact meters.
That's it, Harry. Kenny, all the way. Go, good work, mate.
Tavanga. Walsh, it's for Aiken. He's trucked it on the inside play, and Hughes can't capitalise.
It's a shame. Change of pace. Trying to drag that defender. He latched on. When Aiken would have been away. Nice bit of change of pace. Reece Walsh. They took the bait too. Kalfusi, I think it was. Unfortunately, Ewan Aiken not able to hold as he found himself in a hole.
Yeah, you got to give credit to the Storm and their defence there. Really putting the pressure on their third set, defending down in their red zone. They done well to keep the Warriors out.
Sammy, that's it, heads in. Here, Reece, clock's off, clock off. In tight, in tight. Okay, hold there.
So just one try in the second half, scored by Jerome Hughes. 3 tries to 2 is the score. Munster. Looked like it might open up there for a second.
Just a beautiful in and away. It just creates pain once again. Dropped the shoulder, a little bit of a show. It's just the time, the subtlety that he's got, and the acceleration to boot.
Here is McDonald, just 20 years of age. 12th appearance for the Storm this season. Storm spreading it to Kalfusi. Lovely hands to Anderson. Clever kick from Anderson. The bounce is critical here. Oh, it's a try and a brilliant one to Melbourne. Oh, hang on. Bunker's going to determine this one.
1 tackle 4. I don't reckon he gets there. We'll see what happens. We got no try. We're just looking at possible knock-on from Melbourne, whether he grounds the ball. What do you reckon?
We've cleared Melbourne kick chasers onside. Nick Meaney grounds the ball in the in goal. We have a decision.
So the try's going to be given. Fantastic score from Melbourne. Very good kick from Anderson. Melbourne ease out to 20-6.
Well, Nick Meaney, 3 tries in the last 3 games against the Warriors. Make it 4 from 4 now. You see them, the last wide ball. Sever comes across to Anderson. Anderson, presence of mind to put it inside, and you had some chasers on hand. 2 guys there, plenty of Warriors in the picture. But it was Nick Meaney. Got a fingertip to it, that's all it takes, honey.
And the execution from young Anderson there really injects himself, and that kick was on point. Meaney's on that ball every time, gets the grounding. Great effort from the veteran himself, Sean Johnson, to get across there, try and shut that down. Storm, you give them that little bit of space, they'll make you pay for it.
Yes, of course, scores 20-8 with Meaney lining up this conversion. Important kick this one. Oh, he's missed it. Wow. Margin stays at just 12. 20 points to 8. Well, great score by Melbourne, Adam Blair.
Yeah, great pressure. They sat on their line, defended themselves for 3 sets, and then managed to go down the other end and score a try. This is definitely going to test the mentality and the resilience of the Warriors now. We've seen some of the stuff in the past from the Warriors. When they start getting a bit of pressure put on, the heat turns up, they start to fade away and lose themselves out of the game. So they've got to stay in this game with the Melbourne Storm.
Indeed. And Adam, we just got to make clear, your throat's a little croaky from that real effort haka you gave yesterday, right?
Yeah, just to be clear, guys, a couple of hakas. I was just a one-off haka, impromptu haka, so I didn't do it properly. I yelled and didn't do it properly. You got to do it from the stomach, guys.
I hear you, mate. I hear you.
I was at the captain's run yesterday, addressing the boys. It was inspirational. Words from the legend himself, Adam Blair.
So surface just getting a bit of dew on the ground now. Melbourne outscored the Warriors 10-0 now in the second half.
Up Adam! Kieran Holt now, wait, square Jazz, go, 3.
This is what Craig Bellamy coached sides do.
Josh Curran, up and
Just
square.
keep coming at you.
Go.
Many playing that one. He's thinking of running it. Kalfusi, that's floated forward surely. Play on's the call. Anderson skipping around Egan. Grant Anderson.
Move now, last tackle. It's last, go.
Grant were looking for space on the left-hand side here. Hughes shifts it to Munster. There's the kick from Munster. They're looking for a repeat set at worst, and there we are, they've got one.
Where do we go? We go back to the forward pass. It was a mile forward. You could see it in front of us. Once again, the class of Munster. He's got a smile on his face. Reece Walsh chased across from one side of the paddock to the other. Deft little touch. Not much more Pompey could do. Safety first. Grant out of dummy half is always a threat for the Storm side.
100%. Perfect kick there from Munster.
Stay behind. Stay
Johnson
outside.
with this restart. They're going short. Oh, that is a penalty in front. The Warriors have just not executed that quickly enough. Maybe half a second in it.
Of course, I'll take the 2.
It's penalty. Yep.
This will be right in front of the post. So that error from Sean Johnson has cost the Warriors 2 points. Monty.
Yep, it's important now that the heads are stay lifted, remain united, have the right sort of chat, the chat you need, positive chat. Right now it's 12 points of difference, soon it'll be 14. It's not an unassailable amount at all in this day and age. Pats on the shoulders there, on the chest, positive signs, honey.
It's the execution for me when you get 3 sets down in your own half and you can't turn those into the points, and a team like the Storm, they repel that, they turn around, they make you pay immediately, and then now they get this penalty shot. They're just ticking away, ticking the scoreboard over, building pressure on the Warriors. They've got to come out this closing 23 minutes, put some massive pressure on the Storm if they want to stay in this game.
Well, 3 from 5 now for Nick Meaney in the game. And Storm now lead by 22 points to 8. Sounds like the referee might need a new whistle. So Freddie Lussick has passed his HIA, we'll recall that. Recent pass, so he's back out there now.
Stay outside here. Stay behind.
Maybe a bit more crispness out of dummy half coming for the rest of the game for the Warriors. We will see. Tuikama Kamitha. Very solid game from him so far.
It's been very disruptive, as you mentioned, with all the changes early on, especially Wade Egan. He really has been the heart of this pack and of this attacking force going forward, even defence. So it makes it difficult.
Donald with that carry for the Storm. Now Jesse Bromwich runs into Tohu Harris.
Adam now, Tohu square. That's it, Jazz. Hold, mate. Hold, go.
Grant kicking inside the 40. Has he got the angle on it? Oh, he has. Brilliant kick from Harry Grant.
He's just out, though. Maybe 1 foot in, Glenn. Referee called outside, though.
Yeah, outside. Play the ball. It's outside. He steps on the line.
It's inside, Glenn.
Where do you want to play the ball?
Referee called outside.
Where do you want to play the ball?
That's inside every day of the week.
50? Yeah, play the ball 50.
They realise that.
Play the ball because it went out. Marsh is there.
Still.
Just wait, Jazz.
Warriors play the ball.
Oh.
Unlucky.
Here, guys, back.
Grant. Great effort out of dummy half.
Montoya.
Up the lace. Square Harry Tui. Harry not square. 1. Harry.
Of course, he ducks under a high tackle. And there was also some not square play.
It's back here, guys. Matt Marker.
On marker.
Well, when you hear he's not square, you make a beeline from that straight away, don't you?
You do.
Very
Just
great.
out the marker. He's not over it, mate.
Oh, very unlucky not to get that 40-20. Just got such vision, hasn't he? Great eyes-up player.
Just a wonderful player. The engine to die
On
for.
the 40. Wait for the tap.
With the time, the ball in hand.
Philippe.
He's a key player for Melbourne going forward now, isn't he? With Brandon Smith, of course, leaving for the Roosters at the end of the season. Lussick.
Come on, mate. You got to hold.
Kavanga.
Up now. You're going early. Got to hold. Wait, Cameron. Go.
7 metres inside his own half. Now Funor Blake. Got there to end the game. And for 88 minutes it is his first stint in the game. Good numbers for Funor Blake as Egan looks to take the line on. Kaufusi, good tackle.
Here to me, Jesse.
Lussick now. Gives it to Harris. He's doing pretty well in the set. See what Johnson can do here. He juggled it too. Here's Johnson's kick. Watanisa Lesniak. And Lussick's got it. Hang on. There's a penalty to the Storm.
Time off. Nice contact in the air.
Challenge that, sir?
You can.
We can challenge that?
Yes, you can.
Challenge it.
Yeah? Yes? Okay. Yeah, the challenge is coming, G.
You think the Warriors are challenging?
Have captain challenge?
I've got a feeling that's the case, Glenn.
Yes.
The Warriors are challenging the decision of tackle in the air.
Well, they're arguing there that Watanisa Lesniak was competing for the ball.
That's what it looked like from up in the heavens where we are. Well to bobble that and kick this ball. Everyone's on side.
Yeah, Freddie Lussick is offside. We'll monitor him. Dallin pulls out of the contest, contacts Nick Meaney in the air and places him in a dangerous position. The challenge is unsuccessful.
That's the voice of senior review official Adam G. And we're all nodding up here in the commentary box.
Yeah, I agree with that. He definitely pulled out mid-air there. And the real concern for Meaney is he's been down on the ground for quite some time. The position that he lands on, it's quite difficult. He's going to be put on report for that.
It's hard to be put on report. You're just fearing for your own safety. As you mentioned, you pulled out.
That's a natural catching action.
He pulls out of the contest and places him in a dangerous position the way he lands. That's why it's a penalty.
Let's
That's
hope
why
Nick
it's
Meaney is all right.
unsuccessful.
He's had a wonderful game. Try score tonight. He's been everywhere for the Melbourne Storm.
Now let's have a look at this. What's your take on this one, Adam Blair?
Yeah, I think that's dangerous contact. He's come up into the air, and like you guys said, he's pulled out last minute. If you're going to commit, you've got to commit. You've got to attempt to go for the ball. So he's very lucky. Meaney, hopefully he's okay. He did fall awkwardly on his head, shoulder, so hopefully he's okay.
And that was the Harris Tavita injury we just saw too, Adam. You got some news there?
Yeah, I think he's MCL, guys, 5 weeks. Well, you know, 3 to 4, 3 to 5, either or. So that could be Chanel's time over in the NRL for now. But knowing Chanel, he'll do everything possible to make sure he tries to get back out on the field.
Oh, sad news. Thanks, Adam. McMeany too in a bit of strife here. Looks like he may have picked up a shoulder injury there. It's this incident we were just talking about here. And he's landed right on the point of his right shoulder there, it seems, Monty.
Yeah, absolutely. Both men going for the ball. He pulls out. Look, he's a long way up. That's very high indeed. You fear for your safety, you come down, you can't bridge. You lose sight of where the actual ground is, so when you're thumping like that, heavily on the collarbone, Doc Mayhew there. Now it's standing position, he knows what to do. So Nick Meaney's fine, but if that is the last time we see Chanel Harris Tavita from a Warriors point of view, what a wonderful career he's had. Wonderful career. It's a shame that that could be the last time we see him in the Warriors colours.
Tyron Wishart is coming out for the Storm. very good, versatile, flexible player. Son of Rod Wishart.
Illawarra Steelers.
Illawarra Steelers.
Great fullback wing in his day.
Wasn't he? And New South Wales player too. He was a fixture on that number 2's jersey for a while, wasn't he, Monty?
What colour was that again?
Blue.
Maroons.
Here comes the Storm again. Grant. Jesse Bromwich. Kaufusi. Lots of drama in this game, hasn't he, with injuries and always placed on report. Been a number put on report now.
Well, the importance of this game is one that everyone's just trying to compete for. Every opportunity they get, they're contesting, and as a result, there's some problems.
Absolutely. Here's Hughes in space again. He finds himself in space. Jerome Hughes. Last play now for the Storm. Grant sneaking away on the short side there. Walsh! That's what we love about Reece Walsh.
He's electric. Look at that. I thought he was going to go the whole way. And the colourful budgie smugglers, is it? He's not in a rush to pull up his pants.
He should be. Johnson with dummy half. Montoya.
That's it, hold it.
That's just tailor-made. Perfect bounce there for Walsh.
Heavy contact.
Martin is Lesniak, wasn't it? Here's Lussick. Here's Jackson Fry. Congratulations for him. First NRL game of the season. Played one last year. So he's out there for a second NRL appearance. The front rower. And it's gone forward off Munster, it has. Munster looks like he's gone back to fullback now, his old position.
Jesse. Yep. Yeah, he confirmed it.
Yeah, they're looking to challenge this.
Melbourne challenging the on-field decision and knock on.
It's a knock on.
Absolutely.
Every day of the week. Wasted call. Maybe he's just using it as a time to reset aside, have a few words in the background, with a little bit of a breather.
Kick chase is being onside, just looking to determine if there's a knock on from Melbourne. Just looking at all available angles.
You struggle to get a decent decision from that angle, but I think it's this angle here you see as the ball makes contact with that hand and travels forward, right?
They're going to look at it, mate.
He just knocks it on even into his back.
The ball is dragged towards the opponent's goal line from Cameron Munster. The challenge is unsuccessful.
He's dragging it back to yourself. So that's a knock on. 50, it'll be fed on this side.
Let's just say knock on.
Yes, yeah.
Keep it simple. Drop ball, knock on. Great
Pretty
opportunity
obvious.
for the Warriors.
No more challenges either.
Pretty obvious, didn't it? So,
Yeah. Okay. Nice and tight, Felice.
let's not forget, though, folks, that this
Thank you, mate.
is the Harvey Norman Women in League round this week, and across all 8 NRL matches from Thursday to Sunday. We're celebrating the 16th annual Women in League round. And here come the Warriors, and straight away there's a chance here for Corsi. Hat-trick time!
Well, Ed Corsi, take a bow. That is your third try. It's a hat-trick for the young man. So to get many more in a fine career, what makes it even more impressive is he's come back and done it against a team that he really struggled against earlier on in the year. In the Anzac match, Edward Corsi, well done. Sean Johnson, though, been having a look around. The vision, trying to drop a man under, realised there was space out wide. A looping pass, but it got there, honey.
Well, they catch them all napping, right? You see, he holds up the players here. Every other defender is jammed in. It gives Kusi the line wide open. You see his acceleration off the mark. He was going in for that try every single time. He's had a great game tonight.
Yeah, great seize there from Reece Walsh and Ed Corsi. Good on him. Nice comeback here for... Of course, he's come through the Warriors system. One of the few that really have come through the Warriors system in this COVID era as well. It's really tough to develop players. For the Warriors, of course, have been stuck in Australia for basically 3 years. Of course, he's been one player who's been given opportunities.
Well, as the player moved off the scrum, trying to bring Reece Walsh into the play. Melbourne Storm realised the threat was there in the way of Walsh. Shaun Johnson played eyes up footy, looping pass, so Walsh can get the kick.
A change of kicker. He's going to hook that wide as well. So 3 unconverted tries, all from tough angles, it must be said as well. But that's 6 points the Warriors have given up in the game. We want to be brutally honest. 22 points to 12 with 15 to play. Let's see if that fires up the home team. They're going to need something special to get over the line here against Melbourne. Melbourne hunting their 13th straight win over the Warriors. Incredible record. Warriors have not beaten Melbourne since that miracle backflip pass that Nathan Friend threw here at this ground all those years ago now. Adam Fonua-Blake.
Jesse Felice, up and square, hold, wait, go.
Warriors coming forward here, Ewan Aiken.
Kenny Harry, lock in. Hold,
There's Fry, tall, rangy lad. Jackson Fry, 24 years of age. Harris. Here's Walsh, looking to inject himself. Create some space here for Montoya. Good run by the centre. 2 tackles left in the set. Walsh. Harris. Kick for Watene-Zelezniak. Bounce is critical here. Just can't quite gather it. Didn't really sit up for him either. A little unfortunate there for Dallin Watene-Zelezniak.
See them go wide here, and again, Shaun Johnson's kicking game has been on point tonight. Just doesn't quite get the bounce, Dallin there, but you've got to give him pressure. You've got to give him credit. He's been good tonight. Does everything at 100 miles per hour.
Here's Anderson. The kick that he kicked for Meany was a beauty in the second half, wasn't it? Big play from him. Critical in the outcome of this game as Olam comes forward now. Grant waits at dummy half. Here's Kamakamitha. There's 40. He's got run around the head.
That's why there's no place like home. The crowd has been terrific tonight. Hasn't been a warm one. There's been no rain or wind. Tamaki Makoto, the crowd have been exceptional. See Grant gets out of dummy half. Kamakamitha has been a real force through the middle of the field. Quite see where the head was. Maybe it was Lusser coming around the back. It was a shoulder there. Second effort coming around here. That would have been the initial first up contact on the shoulder.
Like it, yeah.
Just put Freddie.
So play on is the call there.
Here and hold. Hold! Hold, go. Tackle 3.
Well, Storm stalled, hasn't he, Kamakamitha?
The League World Cup coming up this year, later this year, and of course Kamakamitha, big force in that Fijian side.
Absolutely. Oh, there's space for Munster. That was like a flashback to his fullback days. That one, that play. Lighting up the NRL when he dashed into the scene as a fullback all those years ago. There's the kick from Hughes. It's a good one. Corsi's coming forward. It's his night, isn't it, Ed Corsi?
The confidence is high. Look at that. Why can't he do 3 tries? And then he just takes that ball with absolute ease. It's cramping up now, though.
Here comes Montoya.
together. Square for Lees. Hold. Go to. Good work, Kenny.
Walsh. Here's Harris.
Up now, Kenny. Here we are, Tyron. Go. 3. Good work.
Egan back to his dummy half roll. Curran, quiet game from him. Fast play the ball though that time. Has the Warriors rolling here. Adam Fanua-Blake.
Curran loves playing in the middle of the field. He's had no option. He's had to play on the edge.
Walsh goes for distance. Munster winding back the years. That number 1 role. First into the scene. All way back in 2014. Hughes. Of course, he's a converted fullback as well. There would have been another option when Meany went off. Here's Anderson taking a hard carry for the Storm. Grant waits at dummy half. Rolls it away to King. Nice post-contact meters by Josh King. And the offload is a good one too. Now, was Munster hampered there early? He was. Tackled without the ball.
Well, it's a class now, showing from the side that's getting all the decisions through the middle of the field. And he's running Grant. It's the late offload. It normally catches you out when the defensive line retreats. The late offload comes. You're not ready for it. You're on the back heels. Plenty of Melbourne Storm guys on hand. Really tackled.
So the Storm's going to take the 2 points. Aiken penalised there.
Storm just chipping away at the points now, adding that scoreboard pressure. You think about the conversions that have been missed from the Warriors, would have made a very different score right now.
Just turning the screws. That is the methodical Storm that we know. 4 consecutive losses. Now they find themselves in the good position to get back in the winner's circle. Still got a bit of work to do now. This is the way they're going to do it. Just being methodical, kicking their goals when they can. There's the brains trust there for the Warriors side. Send down the last messages.
So Munster taking this kick. He's only had 1 attempt this season. As you can see, it was not successful. He is a career goal kicker percentage of 56%. This one is from in front of the posts. And he's up for the challenge. And that gets the Storm back out to a 12-point lead with just on 10 minutes to play. 24 points to 12. Well, it's been a very good second half performance from the Storm. It scored the Warriors 14 points to 4. But it's still not over. A lot of stoppages in the second half. Really dragged the game out. But are we going to see a dramatic final 10 minutes in this contest? Still plenty of life in this contest. Kamakamitha runs at Lussick again. Josh King runs into Jackson Fry. He's been playing for the Redcliffe Dolphins in the Queensland Cup. He's had 8 games in that competition this season. Nice little run out of dummy half. Grant was looking at the referee for the penalty there.
Yeah, they contained him well today. Haven't given him many options out of dummy half because he will take them all. And he has been sniping of late. So to this man.
Munster's up in the line, and that was a good carry from Cam Munster. Really had a good second half, as we predicted at half-time, didn't we? Really front up in the second half. Now, Hughes probably hasn't got the distance he was looking for on that kick. And that one is going to be... Oh, hang on.
Melbourne play the ball. Where do you want it? Yep.
So Melbourne play the ball. That's extraordinary.
He puts himself in a position to play. Hits his head. It is.
Oh, it's a Falcon.
Play the ball here. Yeah, play the ball here. He puts himself in the position that he's possibly going to be there with the ball, and he hits it. That's why it's played at Tahu. Let's go, Jesse! Let's go. Hold.
It's an interesting call. Played out to me means that he would have attempted to catch it or kick it or anything like that. It hits him in the back of the head.
Up together.
Referee ruling, and he put himself in that position for it to have happened.
King. So Melbourne can ice the game here. Here's Jesse Bromwich.
At least 2 now.
5 metres out, Melbourne Storm.
Wait. Go 2.
Ruck looking for a little gap close to the ruck. Didn't present itself that time.
Up together. Square marker. Wait now.
Russell
Wait,
with the
Reece,
tackle.
Go 3.
This is McDonald. And Wishart. And now it's Munster. And here is Seve. Good tackle from Montoya. Got right in under his ribcage. That was a beauty from Marcelo Montoya. Munster at first receiver again. It's Hughes. Fasa for Solomona. He can create some havoc right up the middle of the field again. Grant sneaks away from dummy half. Kaufusi, good hands. Out it comes to Anderson. Anderson, the line is right there. But Reece Walsh and Wade Egan hold him up. Good defence from the Warriors.
Wonderful defence, scrambling, knowing that the game is on the line. No way they can let the Melbourne Storm in there. Everyone working. Now it's the effort on effort. You've got to get off your knees. Got to carry that ball out. Can't win a game down the centre of the field, honey.
Yeah, credit to Marcelo Montoya too. He's moved into the centres, cover that position tonight. He's done well. He's got the experience, and he's managed to keep Justin Olam at bay for the majority of this game.
Well, Adam Blair, that was very good defence, but now can the Warriors make something of this?
Well, they need to start playing some footy. There's not much left in the game. And like you guys mentioned earlier, the kicks have made a difference in this game. If the Warriors get the kicks over, the game is in. Game's played different. The pressure becomes pressure on the Melbourne Storm and the Warriors. So we just need to get down there, play some footy, and see what we can come up with.
Well, there's a seamless of playing footy there. Adam Pompey did well to gather that one in, but the Warriors are still stuck behind their 30, and they only have one tackle left in this set now.
Lock in a marker. Go. Jesse, 10 metres. Sorry, mate.
Johnson. Interesting kick. Walsh is racing through, but in the end, good defence and positioning from Dean Yeremia.
Yeah, I think he actually dropped it, so he kicked it on the volley, so to speak. Some nice skills from Sean Johnson, just keeping his cool. Reece Walsh almost making it a winner too.
Play
from Anderson. That's Munster doing. Here comes Hughes.
Off the legs. Back to me. Go 2.
This one from Hughes. Munster plays dummy half. It's really taken ownership of this Melbourne Storm performance in the second half. It's Cam Munster.
Get square. Hold. Wait, Freddie. Go 3.
Here comes Wishart. Inside border, Tom Eisenhuth, who's back out there.
Here we are. Stay square. Hold. On 4.
Eisenhuth. Struggling to get to his feet now. Grant. Hughes to the line. There's a burst through by Bromwich, almost there. That was a try saver from Johnson.
That was a great line. Great shoulder in there too. Big effort.
Hughes with this last play here for the Storm, and it's jumped on there nicely by Katoa. The Warriors survive, but time is their enemy now.
Well, the big human pounced on that ball. He's cleaned it up. It's just relentless defence of this Melbourne Storm. They really know how to turn the screws, kicking well, playing at the right end of the field, and just presenting a brick wall in terms of the defensive line.
The Storm now know they only really need one more good defensive set here, honey, and it's probably job done.
Yeah, and you see the position in the territories that's there. Just that friction in front of the Storm in terms of those stats. It's what's making the difference of playing at the right end of the field.
Katoa. Again, the Melbourne Storm doing just enough. Oh, it's a 6 again called by the referee. So it's now or never for the Warriors. Urgency needs to be right there now. Johnson Walsh is sniffing around, but they can't utilise him. Working close to the ruck. Play away from him. It's Harris. Gives it to Egan. Here's Aiken. Tackle from Hughes that time. Fast play the ball. Has Lussick heading back towards the centre here. Johnson. And Watani's and Lesniak has just gone out of play.
Well, it's a shame the ball didn't go to hand. Wonderful bit of vision again from Sean Johnson. The pass in terms of execution wasn't quite on. They're throwing everything at it, honey, so you would.
Yeah, another chance goes big in there, but I mean, the intent's there, the effort's there, it's the execution not coming off. For me, it's the speed of the ruck. The Warriors really need to speed the ruck up in terms of their play the boys. They're coming through the middles, create that space out wide so there's more space for Sean Johnson to use out on those fringes.
Well, be nothing flash from Melbourne now. So look to wind the clock down. Eisenhuth. Grant. Sneaking 12 metres from dummy half. Good run. Munster. Fabulous second half performance from him. And there's Hughes' kick on the last play. And it's play on. There's Eisenhuth. Warriors just stood around watching, but Eisenhuth has lost it forward. So 90 seconds to play. Melbourne all set to win their first game in a month. Getting their season back on track. There's Ewan Aiken. Well, Honey. Warriors just, I think you touched on there, their ruck speed just letting themselves down as they look to spin it one more time. Let's see what Walsh can do here. Watani's and Lesniak, good hands from him. Walsh chasing through, but Munster is back there to thwart that Warriors attack again. What a wonderful second half from him.
Yeah, classic from Munster. And the Storm, as we know, just taking control of the second half, you know, creating opportunities, executing, doing what they do well, really, holding up our middles. They get into that grind, and it's just so hard to match their intensity.
Yeah, they're just that click or two above, aren't they, in this game, Monty?
Yeah, absolutely. They found their form, very methodical in the end. Kicking game in terms of converting tries, really got up against us, or against the Warriors. Psychologically, it makes a huge difference that they just keep growing the leg in terms of creating that space where they get from this Melbourne Storm. Very good today.
The last play now for Grant, and that will be that with that kick from Harry Grant. Very good performance from the Storm. 4 tries to 3. The goal kicking was critical with no conversions from Sean Johnson. Final score here at Mount Smart Stadium. And it's the Melbourne Storm winning by 24 points to 12.